Hey guys, here's Martin again, doing my video sessions as usual with a few different topics. So we are back on to snips. We all know that there's a lot of stuff happening online and so on. Snips are getting more and more harder to get. Good ones, they're lasting. So I hope you enjoyed that little video we're doing, and I explain you a bit the difference between the snips we got here on display. Left and right, straight cutting snips, serrated. So serration for us means on the blade here you can see a little serrated mark here on the bottom. They're leaving a little mark. So the idea of it is that you have got a grip, so you can see on one side the slight serration. Those ones almost have no serration on it. But if you use one of those ones, that's like a whisk snip, you can see the ribs on it on the bottom here. So if you like whisk snips, that's the way to go. They're quite a good snip. Lasts, I hope, long enough. Got a few clients that use them for the whole group, so they're quite nice in your hand. Lefts and rights. That's a D16, D16, D16L. Alright, so D16. If you do gutters and fascias, that's the way to go. So that's your little snips. Then you got D27, left and right. D27A is a normal one. So we always call that a right snip, and that on the left snip. You know, because it turns to the left, it turns to the right. So a right hand side snip, 27A. Like on here, or 27AL for left. So those ones here have a slight serration on it. And 22A, that's a long one, that's like a pelican snip. We use them upside down or top down, depending what you're cutting. That's a really long blade, similar to our pelican snip. Same action, but with a spring in here, right? So that's our serrated range. D27, D16, D22. Then we jump over to those little ones here, or maybe to all of those ones here. They all have the same hardening grade, the same steel on the jaws here in the front. All of them are spring loaded. That's the newest version, that's the most common one, with a thin tip on the front. And then you got the baby version next to it, right? So the little ones, obviously for small cutting stuff, ideal if you do droppers again or small detail work, ideal to get them. Left and right. And spring loaded for professionals. That's quite common snip. Nice spring in the back here. Simple. No serration. Again, really easy to cut. People that like spring loaded because they don't have the power to actually close the snip. Ideal. Yeah. So that's a D29 ASSL. D29 ASSL. D29 ASS, obviously for right, L stands for left. Then you got the D39, that's the latest model. That model here has got a titanium insert in the middle, so it will never scratch on you, it will always do his job nicely. There's a spring inside in the housing in here, you can't take them out or something, but that one here, locking mechanism to put them away, just put that back, it's locked. Also you got that little lever in here to hold your snip properly, or depends how you hold it, me again, I'm cutting from the bottom up, or you're cutting from the top down, doesn't really matter. ID here as well, no serration. So we've got in New Zealand New Zealand steel or steel products, if you use a serrated snip on the edge here, it will start rusting much easier because it starts bubbling because of the serration in your blades. So if you use just those snips here, it's not really recommended any longer, or those ones as well. The serration you leave behind, the micro, if you look closely onto that edge here, you can even feel it with your fingernail. It has a slight serration on it, and that one could cause some rust issues. Alright, so it's recommended to use any kind of those tools down here, those ones here, or any of those ones up here, and they're all without serration.